Content warning for SA and R. Listener discretion is advised.
So at any point from this point forward, or, in this recording, okay, you can start the beginning, like however you want to say, welcome or whatever. And we'll just cycle through. We'll do a cycle through. Each one of us will take one a week.
Okay.
Eva's like, you bitch.
So can I go, hey, what's up, and welcome to the very first episode of the
I wish!
Hey, hello, and what's up, and welcome to the very first episode of the broadcast. This is Eva, and here with me I have Xylie Star.
Hi.
Hello. And Mystic.
What up, what up?
So, our very first episode, guys. Exciting.
Go.
What are we doing?
It's nerve-wracking. Oh my god, I can't believe we're finally recording.
Yeah, we're finally doing it. Amazing.
I know.
So, did you want to just start off with some Twitter questions to get to know us a little bit, or do you want to spend like a minute to introduce ourselves?
I think introducing ourselves would be pretty good, and then getting into the Twitter questions. Some of the Twitter questions, core, I see you.
We probably won't go into all of them.
Yeah, we're not going to go into all of them.
Perfect. All right. Well, Xylie, do you want to start off with yourself?
Yeah, I'll start with myself. Hey, this is Xylie Star. My main channel is Xylie Gets Real, where we go in and we discuss things going on YouTube or reacting to videos, or my late night chill streams are kind of getting legendary because stuff tends to go down on there. I don't know why, but it just does. So, yeah, watch out for the chill streams.
The not so chill streams,
right?
You should say.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Mystic. You spell it MY2T1C because I'm a fucking nerd. I've been in the commentary scene for about 6 years now, a little over maybe.
Wow.
I don't know. I have not been keeping track. But yeah, I'm an old head in the community. I think I'm here mostly to be like the historian and the history book of whatever goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I make extra ass commentary videos mostly. And I don't really know how to describe myself other than that.
Isn't your character in your videos like in the Matrix or something like that, or?
Yeah, I'm an AI.
Okay.
I'm an AI in my videos and shit.
Oh, cool.
That
I
is
think
cool.
I've seen like bits and pieces of your videos. I think like really where I've seen like where I first heard of you was when I think we both did a BWC video.
That
so
motherfucker.
that's that motherfucker. So Black Wolf Company, shout out, how you doing? So like each year he does this like wind up or whatever of like commentary or just YouTube in general, and I think Mystic and I both had a little segment of his one last year.
Yeah.
And that's how I found out who Mystic was. So I hadn't actually heard of you before that. So it's really cool to get some background on you. So I didn't realize you're in the community for so long. That's pretty cool.
I just barely make videos, but I'll get to that in a bit because someone actually asked me about that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, I met Mystic through Dead on Dave. Shout out Dead on Dave.
Cool.
Yeah, I met her through him. Her popping into the chat, like in the call and talking to her. She seemed really cool. So hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Sweet.
And what about you, Eva? Who are you, Eva?
Yeah. What do you
Who
do?
am I? Well, who am I? I think I basically just started off in Edwin's community as a mod there, and then eventually became a co-host on Homeboy Saturdays. I think just sticking around that community. I also watch like Nick Diorio and Orgy and but they both hardly stream much anymore. When they do, though, I catch them. I also am involved in like the Twitch poll sphere as well, a little bit as well. So I'm also like a mod for Stardust in their community too, and I like watching like stuff like Chard and Irrelevant and a few other of those guys. So So I keep up with a lot of different communities, but like I enjoy the commentary community the most, though, to be honest.
I knew I knew I wanted you for this podcast after seeing you several times on Edwin's Saturday streams.
Oh, okay.
Because
Cool.
you are like really well-rounded with subjects. Like you're just not like straight just commentary community. You can branch out in different subjects and stuff like that. And plus, how you hold down Edwin's stream sometimes is you do immaculate job. I love it. I love you on Edwin's stream. Seriously, you do an immaculate job. I love it.
Thank you. I think you give me a little bit too much credit, but like, yeah, thanks. It's fun. It's like sometimes I like to get out of there before it gets a little bit too crazy. So I know when to dip, which is good. But yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of good experience as well, talking with a lot of different personalities, and I know how to handle things on the fly, especially on the live stream setting. It's like I don't know how you do it all the time there, Xylie, as well, like just streaming all the time.
That's my element. I love streaming.
Yeah.
I literally love live streaming. That's my element.
Yeah, and like getting that feedback off the audience and stuff like that as well is probably a big part of it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So
well, yeah, that's me. I also do like art and digital art as well, like my own thing. So that's basically where I came from. But like I think I got sort of noticed a little bit when I started doing some meme drawings of a few things happening in commentary.
Yeah.
So So if you wanted to like check out those, I'm on Instagram as well as on Twitter. It's at whatever for. So W0TEVAF0R. I'm also one of those idiots that like to make things fucking hard by putting zeros and ones and numbers and things as well.
Hey, I do that too. What do you mean?
I know. I'm lumping us in the same group, baby. That's what we're doing. We're doing it to everybody.
There you go.
And I, as the boomer in here, is just at Xylie Gets Real on Twitter. Really, it's really easy.
Good.
At Xylie Gets Real.
I mean, you say it's easy. I'm a boomer. No, that's honestly best because I hear everybody and a motherfucker. Everybody tells me it's like your name is the worst for like marketing and whatever, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm not changing it. I don't care.
No,
She's like, I'm happy with it.
I've only seen yours spelled with a 2, not with a 5.
Yeah.
So that's how I know the difference.
There you go.
All right, so what do we have as Twitter questions?
All right. So on the Twitter questions, yesterday or the day before, I posted out a message on Twitter just saying, hey, what do you want to know? What questions do you want to ask us to get to know us a bit better, basically? And we got quite a few questions in, but we're only going to read a few of them. So I guess we'll go with one of the sort of lighter ones first. So Olivia Frazier says, are you a TV show series fan?
Who, me or all of us?
Anybody. I think it's all of us. Yeah.
Well,
do you guys like watching TV show series?
Well, with me, it's kind of weird because I'm going to start my second channel where I'm going to actually start covering reality TV. I am a reality TV whore. I cannot help it. I have been that since day one of The Real World.
Nah.
I'm serious. Ever since I got hooked into reality TV, and don't even ask. I can give you quotes from the Jersey Shore. I love it. So yeah, I'm actually gonna start a second channel about like reality TV. So yeah, no, I do love TV shows. Right now, Sister Wives is going crazy, and I'm excited for the part 2 of the Tell All. Hell yeah.
I'm surprised that's still going.
17 seasons, baby. 12 years, 17 seasons, yes.
Wow, that's so long.
And they're working on a season 18 right now, and there might be a spinoff because some wives have left.
So I haven't even heard of this. So I don't even, because I don't watch TV, and I guess I don't have like cable. It's sort of just a Netflix thing. So I don't know whether it's on that or not. But I've never heard of it before.
Well, Sister Wives is on Discovery Plus. It did start out on TV, but you can watch it on Discovery Plus, and that's how I watch it.
Oh, okay.
But I've been watching Sister Wives since day 1, episode 1. Yep.
Nice.
It's basically about that small sect of Mormons who believe in like multiple wives per man, you know?
Oh,
yep. Yeah.
That would be so interesting.
Oh,
okay, I
it's
can
called
wait.
my
Sister
God.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
amazing.
All right. That would be fun, actually.
So
yeah.
that's a yes
I've
for
watched
me.
like, yeah, for sure. How about you, Mystic?
I love reality TV and like regular TV, like just regular scripted shows.
Yeah.
Except my reality TV, I love those dating shows that get messy. I'm a
Yeah.
drama hoe. I am a drama hoe. It's just like Kelsey was talking to Danny, but all of a sudden Danny caught her talking to fucking Luke for 5 seconds, and now he's pissed, and now it's a whole thing, and the house has to deal with it. I love that shit. I love that shit so much, where it's like a bunch of people in one house for like a couple months. It's the best.
Yeah, like I enjoy the ones that are kind of like, Big Brother style or like, that sort of situation. But like, I don't like the ones that are like, The Bachelor or like Farmer Wants a Wife or anything like. You just like those sort of romantic relationship shows are kind of like cringe to me, and I kind of don't like. It makes me feel awkward watching them. I don't know if people sort of relish that feeling and they love that, like secondhand embarrassment for the people that are on the TV. But I just like it makes me feel a bit like I watch it.
Well, that's why I kind of like it, though. That's why I kind of like reality TV. It's like the cringe of it all. It's like, ooh, I love it. Because it makes me feel normal. It literally makes me feel normal. Right?
I get it. It just makes me feel horrible for them. But I guess that's totally why you're relishing in it. I like that. But like, I think my ones are more like if I do watch them, they're more like game show type situations. Like I like the mole and that sort of thing. Like ones that try and really like play a game. They're pretty interesting. But all in all, it's like a more, I guess, like stuff on Netflix. I just watched Wednesday recently, which was really good. So I watched all of that. But I also like stuff like, The Wire and The Sopranos, and I've watched all of those from start to finish, and like, Breaking Bad, and like anything that's big that's been in there, I've watched it. So I'm a massive TV buff, I guess, in that way. Yeah, I'd rather that over movies.
There you go.
I feel that.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah. Okay.
I finally have got on the Game of Thrones train. I'm almost done with it.
Oh, really?
Almost done with it. Yeah, and it took me a couple months, but Jesus Christ, I'm like, this was too much. That was a lot. That was emotionally a lot.
Yeah, that show. Just don't get emotionally attached to anybody in that show.
I just got to season 8, so trust me, I knew that. I'm very. Red Wedding had me all types of fucked up.
Oh, yes. I was so angry with that episode. I was crying, and it was like, oh my God, what? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite part was that moon door. Like that floating.
Yeah.
The moon door
that
I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but those that know that part. That was pretty good. A lot of incest. A lot of incest, but that.
And accidental incest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Who knew?
That show was an adventure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It sure was. All right. Well, thanks, Olivia, for that question. All right. So I guess we can do like a couple more. Chris and Ark would like to know if this podcast is sexist.
No.
No.
Not at all.
It's definitely is not sexist. Thanks for that question.
Yeah.
Chris.
Thanks,
You're
Chris.
awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for that infinite question. Loved it. Thank you, Chris and Ark. Shout out.
We're just three catty bitches that want to talk about some shit on a podcast, bro.
True.
Just the fact that we don't got a dick in here don't mean nothing.
Exactly.
Bruh.
And doesn't mean that there couldn't be a dick in here or two. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
Exactly.
honestly.
We're gonna have
And the fact that we just referred to males as dicks has nothing to do with sexism. All right, just so you know. So Huggy Bear says, "Who were your inspirations that got you into YouTube or commentary? Anybody?
Okay.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. Well, all right. So I started off as a viewer of the small beauty drama community. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And as a viewer, I used to have a DIY channel that I used to make DIYs on what particular dramas were going on or creators in that space, which the DIY channel is gone, so you will never see it. And then I decided, you know what? I want to throw my hat in the ring and start talking shit too. And I started as I started as a T channel. But then I started getting bored. And I'm like, I don't even wear makeup. And I found Tipster. I just found Tipster. And
No.
I liked the stories that he was covering. I was more interested. Like, it made me want to go beyond watching his video and look into the stuff myself. And so then I started doing more commentary type subjects. And then before you know it, Matt, Pitt, Tipster, and Dave are going, "You're a commentary channel now." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And they're like, "Yes, you are." And then I'm like, "No, I'm not." And after a month later, I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'm commentary." So
Yeah, you just accepted it.
I
by
just
then,
accepted
yeah.
it. It's like, whatever. I'm not going to fight you guys anymore. But yeah, honestly, my first introduction to like commentary content would be Tipster. Honestly.
Okay.
Honestly, great place to start.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say it. This is gonna make me sound old in the community, but it dead ass was just Leafy.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
yeah. Well, you've been
Sweet.
around a while too, so
Yeah, back when he started out, it just sounded so fun just to like be able to talk about what's going on in the world to just an audience that is like actually gives a shit, you know? Yeah, just speaking out into the world, speaking your opinions, have people reply in the comments. I'm like, that sounds fun. It sounds just like shit talking with your friends and having a good time, whatever. So I'm gonna start that, and then I'll branch it back over to. We were talking about him earlier, sorry, but I'll branch it back to Lord Vega. He's the one who got me into making my extra shit videos.
right. Well,
Because
he's
the
good
man-
though.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
I heard somebody told me that he taught you like how to edit in his style and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That's
what?
That's
awesome.
That's some awesome knowledge to have, because
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Holy
Hell
shit.
yeah.
It was so crazy too, because at first we weren't even talking about my content in general. I was making like a little music video passion project thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I was showing him my references for it, and he's like, "Hold on, stop on that frame." And I was like showing him this. I was showing him this video from an old 80s, I believe, or 60s Dutch movie called Daisies, and they're in this room. And there's like a lot of papers, like kind of like what is that fucking called? Collaged, yeah, kind of collaged onto the walls.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Stop on that frame." He looks at it. He's just like, "What if you did that, but like all vaporwave like, and you were like sitting on a bed or a couch, and that's how you dressed up your videos?" And I'm like, "Keep going." And he starts painting me the picture, right? And I'm like, "Yes." 100% yes. Yes. How do I do that? And then it just went from there.
That's
No,
awesome.
so he sparked the vision in you. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Exactly.
That's very cool. And what about you, Miss Eva?
So it was, who are the inspirations that got you into commentary on YouTube?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I guess Edwin was the one that really got me into like being like on streams and stuff with him and like being more known in that way.
Yeah.
Like I found Edwin through the whole Poppy Mars Argo drama, and also who else was it?
Rebzilla?
Oh, the Dee Atwood stuff as well. So
Oh,
like
yeah,
I had like one of my favorite like artists, like her name's Jani, and she was actually involved in that. And so like I know of her through like my favorite like street artist, because the street artist is actually her partner. So like it's like a weird sort of like way that I found Edwin, but like
Yeah, you found him.
like,
That's all that matters.
yeah, exactly. And then from there, I started watching like obviously like Nick, Augie. I watched a lot of Bo Blacks as well. I watched who else? Turkey Tom. Then I started getting into kind of everybody. Then I went to like Tommy C, and once I went to Tommy C's side, played some poker in there. I started playing poker with those guys, and yeah, I guess that's like how I came sort of ingrained in it.
Tipster was my gateway the same way. I started watching Tipster, and then I started watching Augie, and then I found Nick, and then I found Bo Blacks, and it just, went down the line from there, and,
True.
Yeah. Tipster was my gateway. Edwin was yours, so there we go.
Tips with the gateway
Exactly. So, like, Jessica Pizzle actually asked that question as well. What was the moment that changed you from an April fan to an April co-host? So I guess that was it. He just asked if I wanted to like host a stream with him,
Okay.
and that was basically it. For Xylie, she says, "Who is your favorite mod?"
You know, I saw that question, and I'm gonna get on my soapbox for a moment.
Yeah,
I don't have a favorite mod. You want me to tell you why I don't have a favorite mod? Because all my mods are assholes. Okay, they tried to unionize with the members and take over my channel. Okay, if anybody has gone to my streams, my mods are the biggest trolls of me. They troll me. I have one mod, shout out Amber Chick, who will literally give me donations, giving me the middle finger.
Oh, that's
Okay.
kind of nice.
Okay. So, and my mods are always trying to unionize, and I always have to tell them this is not a democracy. This is a Xyliarchy. Okay. I rule the roost. All right. So, favorite
All
mod.
hail Queen Xylie.
Yes, exactly. So, I don't have a favorite mod because they're all jerks, and I love them. Just saying.
The best answer. So from Jessica Mystic, for Mystic, so she says, "What caused you to stop posting content?"
2 words: mental illness.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, no, I have very severe ADHD from what I learned last year, actually. And I'm planning on my comeback video talking about it more in depth. But to summarize, basically, when you have really bad ADHD, you get a very severe version of what's called executive dysfunction. So basically, think about it as like, you get your college paper assignment due like 6 months before the due date, right? You know you're supposed to do it. You know you should start it. It's 10,000 words. You should start it now or chunk it down later. Executive dysfunction is basically like sitting down, staring at your computer, staring at the empty Word doc and being like, I should start this. And then just months go by and next thing you know, it's like the day of and you're just like, fuck, I need to write 10,000 words. That's
Hey,
it. But
I do that too.
ADHD, yep, that's definitely, yes.
I didn't realize that. I don't think I have that though.
I have ADHD.
I think it's just for me, I just procrastinate. It's more anxiety than anything.
Well, and it's funny with ADHD, everybody says it's like squirrel moments. Actually, the thing is, it's you do concentrate on things, but with ADHD, you're concentrating on the wrong things.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah, that's called hyperfocus.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, executive dysfunction is basically like the roided up version of procrastination, except it's like, really important things or just things you have to do.
Yeah.
And for me, when it comes to editing, another thing that ADHD people do is like look at a task like a microcosm instead of just being like, clean your room. No, you gotta pick up the trash, pick up your other clothes, do this, do that, X, Y, Z, and big list, and it ends up looking like a bigger task than it is.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So it makes it more daunting.
Why are you reading me right now? This feels like an intervention. I should be cleaning my room. But the thing is, I do that as well. I put out a big list of things. I do that too.
God.
This isn't. No, I don't have.
I deal with
Eva,
it.
you might want to go to a psychiatrist.
Yeah. Because listen, what she's talking about is like literally like, yes, I'm a housewife. I don't work anymore.
Yeah.
I'm lucky in that way that my husband can provide. And imagine me being a housewife and then I'm like, okay, I got to do the dishes. I need to do this. I need to do that. And then before I can get overwhelmed very easily.
Yeah.
Believe me, I fight this every single day. I do. Yeah, ADHD is a real effing thing.
It sounds really hard.
But the kicker is, like, think about what I just said and then put that into having to make a video for me and how all the shit that I do and all the small components I put in.
Yeah,
it's like,
that big list that you make. Yeah,
it makes it like a 50-step list. And so I'm like, I either don't even start the script and don't even start recorded, but stop like at the first part of editing, or just get midway through and just don't finish it, because then that's when like the intrusive thoughts is just like, it's been too long. You took too long.
Yeah.
This isn't even relevant anymore. Fuck it. Like I had a whole ass 25-minute video about J Station that I never fucking released. And it was almost done. I put it out for my Patreons as a Patreon thing, but I never finished it. And I had so many good ideas and shit. It was going well, and then it's just bam, brain fucked me over.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever too late for a J Station video, though.
I mean,
I think
true.
they're always pretty relevant to watch.
I mean, we're still waiting on the second one from, people.
Yeah.
Are you talking about a certain crazy man?
Yes, a certain clown and a certain man that wears neon glasses. Yes.
Will that ever happen?
Will that ever happen? We don't know.
All right. Well, we'll just do one more. I think Mystic was pretty excited about this one. So it was like the what is I guess. Well, I think they were thinking of a different Mystic when they asked this question, but it still applies. We still want to answer it. So it was like, what is Mystic's history with tarot, and have me, Xylie, or Mystic ever sort of reading or had a I had a portent iterated for you that came true. I'm not quite sure if it's a typo or if it's a word I don't know.
I think what they're trying to say is like, has the reading ever, if you got a reading, has it ever, come to
Has it
pass?
ever come true? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever been to like a tarot reader and then you go, oh, that's like spot on, like, years later?
Well,
or
I
something?
have like 5 friends who are tarot readers.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got my girlies up on deck. I'm like, my life's fucked. Get hit me with the cards. I own tarot cards, but they don't really call to me. I'm more of a runes person. It's easier, there's less of them, and they're not assholes.
Right.
The cards
Okay.
can be assholes.
The cards can be dicks.
I actually have a friend that does it on YouTube. Yeah, she's matter of fact, I have her on the one podcast that I had on my channel, and I talked to her, and we when she first read for me, and before her, I used to always get my cards read like once a year. Okay, and I also own cards, but I don't know. I mean, I get the same results as what other people read for me, so it's like, I don't know if it's like intrusive thoughts that's making my cards do that. But her cards were the first one to tell me that I was actually going to have a positive outcome and like love and stuff like that. And then what I was trying to do with my channel and stuff, and it all came true. And I found my husband and got married.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Yep. Yep.
Wow. Well, I don't have anything like that. I'm actually like scared to go get anything like tarot professionally read. I've never done it before. My mum's done it. She's come away with some crazy stuff, like about her life, and like I'm just, I don't know. I think I'm just more afraid of what would be said than anything else.
Yeah. It can be scary. It can be scary. Yeah. Well, because like all the other old readings, right? And I should have shouted her out. Her name's B. Lucille. Okay. I all my other readings I ever had, they always told me I was going to end up basically being the old crone. All right? Old by yourself, not finding love. Basically the old lady who gets out the water hose for kids walking on her lawn. All right? And B, when she read for me, her reading for me was totally different. And I was like, okay, this is bullshit. This isn't going to happen. I've gone through years and years and years of hearing one way. Now all of a sudden she's telling me another. But at the time that she was telling me that other, I was also on a path of being, like, proactively being a better person. Proactively, like, you know what? I want to change up the way I think. I want to change up the way I react to people. I want to change up the way I do things. You know, like that life moment that you're ready to be a better person. And I think when she read me those cards, like, the reading was going along with what I was already proactively trying to do in my life. So basically, it was telling me, keep going down the same path and you're going to find happiness. And I did. I found a wonderful husband. I love my husband. He's like the best dude in the world, you know?
That's awesome.
So
that's really cool to hear.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I think we'll leave it at there with the questions. So that was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Thanks,
that
guys,
was
for all those
awesome.
questions.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so let's get into something a little bit more serious that's happening around the Twitch scene at the moment. So there's this big thing that's happening again with OTK. There's another allegation that's sort of surfaced with them. So in the words of what's his name, another one. You know that rapper, Khalid.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
In
another
this month's
one.
episode-
Another one.
In this month's episode of OTK Can't Catch a Fucking Break.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
one. Yeah. So this time it's Rich Campbell. So he was like a caster as well. I think he played some WoW as well with the group too. I'm not quite sure about what games and stuff he plays now. I think he's just mostly like a caster. There's been an allegation that's come out about him from someone called Azalia Lexi. I'm unsure about the pronunciation. Have you guys heard about this at all?
Yeah. He is actually a co-founder of OTK, and OTK, for anybody who doesn't know, OTK stands for One True King. And he is one of the co-founders with Asmongold. Him and Asmongold are actually pretty damn close. And yeah, her twitlonger is something else. Just saying. That's pretty disturbing. Pretty disturbing.
Oh yeah.
The hard task of reading this out loud in the Saturday's podcast. And,
you had to read it out loud? Oh, really?
I read it out
God.
loud from start to finish. It was a lot. It was a lot. And
it is a lot. And I know she's catching a lot of hate for this, and I listen, I don't care if it's a woman or a man. At the very least, listen to people's stories. And you don't know until everything comes out, but at least listen to people's stories.
Yeah, there was some sickening replies just on her thing. No wonder she went private for a little bit. It was so gross. This is like, oh. Yeah, anyway.
I think Asmongold, with those replies, I think Asmongold actually, I think he said it best in his video. He's like, look, we don't do that here. And if you're doing those nasty replies and you're sending out those threats, you're no fans of us. You're not part of you're not part of the crew. You're not part of us because we don't do that. So
that's gross.
I felt so bad for Asmongold. I'm not gonna lie. He looked hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He looked deeply disturbed, and he kind of had that face of what have I done to breed this sort of audience, but also ow, my friend's an asshole.
Yeah, he was you can tell that he's really, really upset by this.
Yeah. He feels like he's personally done something. It looks like he's taking it to heart, and even the way that he was he's got hate towards him, directed towards me. It's why is he trying to direct the hate towards himself? He feels that badly about the situation. It just, I don't know. Poor guy. It's all I gotta say, that he has to deal with this. But Asmongold, I mean. But,
yeah. What do you think about her story?
It's believable.
Absolutely.
It's 100% believable. Yeah.
Absolutely it is. And the fact that it stemmed from Rich Campbell tweeting out a Instagram post that Mia Malkova posted about Rich having a pregnant fetish and stuff like that, and she was well, I've got what's it called, a cream pie fetish. So those two things don't go hand in hand. So she was talking about how she got an IUD and blah blah blah. This is all just in her Instagram story. And then the Azalia person that put forward the allegation on that twitlonger, she goes, I know how Mia Markova isn't lying about Rich Campbell's pregnant fetish because he said he wanted to get me pregnant while he assaulted me and then sent me into the streets at 3 a.m. by myself with nowhere to go. Obviously the next day she posted that twitlonger and it had all explained the situation from start to finish, and then later she posted the receipts, like all of the screenshots, coinciding with the tweet longer. So it all, the timeline was there, it all made sense. And then, like, you know, the post the next day, or the text the next day, or, you know, later on that night saying, are you okay? As well as, like, of course she's not going to reply to that. There was a lot of people, like, in the comments saying, well, what, you didn't mention anything about raping your text. It's like, why would she? She's fucking traumatized. Are you kidding? She's going to go, oh, you just raped me, mark this. But no one's going to do that. You want to get as far away from it as possible. You don't want to talk to them again. And that's just how it is. And, like, it's, I don't know, I feel like it's gross. It's gross, the whole discourse around it. But,
it's you know, some of these replies, like, I'm looking at them now, and I'm like, really? Like, how? Come on, people. What? Stuff like this does actually happen, and just because it's your fave, it doesn't mean that your fave isn't capable of doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, your fave can be an actual, like, behind-the-scenes fucking monster.
Exactly.
You never know.
Exactly. That's why they say, you know, don't ever meet your heroes. I mean, because sometimes they turn out to be complete assholes and complete opposite of what they show you, either online or in movies, on TV shows. They are completely opposite. You know, Bill Cosby was America's favorite dad at one point. Just saying.
Jeez, yeah.
I mean, you know, some people, oh God, it's just gross. It's just really gross. But it's like that, and I hate saying it because I got so over this word, but that parasocial shit.
Yep.
Where they honestly think that's how that person is all the time. Like, you can even have somebody who's, like, on streams all the time and they're always nice and sweet, and they have that one bad day and people can't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, come on. But yeah, I'm looking at some of these replies, and it's like, y'all are gross. Y'all are gross. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself even thinking of that. The
fact that she also had her live location doxed. Or at least, like, someone emailed it to her. I think, someone emailed it to her. Being like,
wait, I didn't hear about that. No, wait, what?
No, she tweeted about that. So she tweeted, I can't find it because we didn't put in the receipt channel, but...
Yeah, that's why I didn't know about it.
Let me see if I can pull it up here so I can read it in full. Oh, yeah, there we go, found it. I am getting death threats and people emailing me my live location saying they can see me. I'm starting to get really scared. I can't imagine how anyone thinks this is something I'm benefiting from.
How do you benefit by telling the world that you were raped? How do you benefit by that? I don't understand how people think you can actually benefit from that.
No. And it's not like a regretful thing either. It's not like she was like, well, that relationship went really badly. I didn't like how that ended. Let me just trash his name right now. That's not how it's working. Like, they were, like, amicable and friends for years. They went out, weren't they together for like 4 years, or were they together 4 years ago or something like that?
Yeah, it says up and down and on and off friendship and relationship for 4 years. Yeah. So they've known each other for a while.
Yeah, and she outlined, like, in those texts, like, you know, that she wasn't down for anything funny. She didn't want to, you know, go up to his apartment. She wasn't down for that. She agreed to, like, be in the theater and watch the movies with him and just hang out before she goes home. But she didn't want to spend the night there. She didn't want any funny business. Yeah. And that's how she put her boundaries down. That's what she wanted to do, and it was all outlined in those text messages. And then, like, unveiling that, you know, he was just trying to get her naked the whole night, or trying to get her to sit on him or lay on him, then trying to get him upstairs, and then trying to say that, you know, the apartment building manager says that these are the rules and we have to go up to my apartment now because we can't be allowed in the theater at this time, which wasn't stated at all in those text messages to begin with, which makes me feel like it was something that was made up, like a ploy to get her upstairs. And, like, the whole thing's just a fucking gross mess, to be honest. Like,
and I just, I don't know. This is one of those things that I don't like to cover on live streams anymore. You know, because it's just so fucking sad.
Yeah. It's not even that. It's like, it's a touchy subject too, and, like, you're gonna get people, and they're gonna trigger people as well, and it's gonna, you know, start people fighting. It's just one of those things that, you know, is, I guess, polarizing in a way. But
and, I mean, quite honestly, and I hate to say this, I really hate to say this, but ever since the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing has happened, okay, now it's even stronger that they're not going to listen to her.
Yeah, and it
it's
has really
sad.
hurt the whole thing, hasn't it?
It
Just-
has, and it's sad because listen, people of all sexes can be victims of stuff like this.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
we know that, you know. This woman is not, she's not gaining anything by coming out. If anything, she's getting fucking hate. She's getting emails and death threats and stuff like that. I mean, like, how is she's not gaining anything from this.
It's, you know what, though, what I think why people nowadays have that mentality of like, oh, she's coming out, thus she wants something. It's the, like, you know how back in the day, how if someone came out about someone doing something real shitty, the victim would get an uptick in, like, followers, in, like, probably pity donations if they were actively on social media, like, shit like that. It gave the community, especially the online community, like, a sense of, oh, there is a benefit to be reaped here. And then that's when you started seeing the uptick of, you know, people, like, coming out and it was a lie and they reaped the rewards and then disappeared from the internet.
Yeah.
But it started.
But it has been a series of deceitful things in that way. And
That is
people
true.
trying to catch her out in this way is by saying, well, you've got an OnlyFans, blah, blah, blah. Why is it linked in your bio? You're just trying to redirect traffic to gain more money by doing this, this, and this. And it's just like, well, I've always been on OnlyFans. I've always had it linked in my bio. Just because this comes out now doesn't mean I'm trying to boost up my numbers. Like, people think so fucked, like, about these sort of situations.
Well, it kind of shows you the lack of trust we have in humanity.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's a lack of trust in humanity because of all the people that have gone out and told bullshit stories just to try to get an own on somebody. And then when somebody comes out with a legit story, they're automatically going to get disbelieved because of those other bad stories that's come out before.
Especially if they already have like a social media presence.
Right.
Especially if they make a bag from social media. It's like, I hate to say it, but it's like, we always say that it's like, believe all victims or like question the victims, but it's never like, people don't like sit down, think it's like, okay, this might be believable, or okay, this might not be, or this doesn't seem like there's anything to gain. There's no, like, rational thought. So the immediate reaction
always
is to jump and attack.
Yeah, and it's always like one side versus the other. It's never like really like, well, you know, both sides could be doing something. Both sides could be like, you know, equal in that. Like, there's like, you know, there's never this gray. It's always black or white, and either they're lying or they're telling the truth. Like, you know, there's just so many components to what actually happened. No one can be, you know, always 100% telling the or 100% lying.
Well, because you gotta think, people are doing, when people tell their stories, they're telling it from their point of view. It's not like a third person was in there that was able to watch the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just,
yeah.
No, I feel bad for her, and like, you always want to, like, people always want to say, well, if I was in that position while he was doing what he was doing before he did that, you know, and it's like, you don't know what you're going to do in a position like that. I mean, you may be a fighter and you would be the one to, you know, kick them in the balls or something like that, but not everybody responds that way. Some people freeze. Some people don't know. Some people, when they get in that situation, their body automatically just stops. And they don't do anything. They can't do anything. Their body response cannot do anything. You know, not everybody is going to go kung fu master on people and start whipping their ass. And,
it's fight or flight, right?
Yeah, exactly. Not everybody reacts the same way. Yeah. Because that is a traumatizing event.
Yeah. And it's the worst because, like, people who say that type of shit, it's just like, if I was in that situation, I would do this. Well, one, you would never know that if your attacker's stronger than you.
Yep.
You would never know that, what if it's the type that it's like, oh, you're coerced, right? It's mental. You're not going to run away from that because you think it's fine. And you know what? That second part happens to men the most. They're thinking it's like, oh, this just happened. Oh, we just ended up having sex. It's like, no. did you say that you wanted that, or did you just kind of wake up and then she was on top of you, and then further down the line, oh, maybe you're now realizing that that wasn't okay? Like, it's that kind of thing where it's just like you look back and you realize, oh, fuck, I was raped.
Yeah.
I should probably tell somebody about it, no matter if it was 5 days ago or 5 years ago.
Right.
Hell, it could be 10.
You know,
Like, no one can predict how it's gonna happen, bro.
I used to be one of those kind of people that would be like, well, if I was in that situation, I would have whooped somebody's ass. Or and it's not, and this is not like related to rape, but like say a bad relationship, right? There's no way a man's gonna beat me. There's no way I'm gonna be in a relationship that I'll whoop his ass, until I ended up in one for 6 years.
Yeah, you don't know, do you?
You don't know, because I always thought I had everything figured out until I got into that situation, and I didn't have everything figured out. So now I don't do that. Well, if I with situations like this, or like somebody being in an abusive relationship, I don't spew that shit. Well, if it was me, nah. I don't do that anymore, because I remember how I used to run my mouth like that until I found myself in one. And it's totally different when you're in it. It's a totally different mindset. So I try to give people grace and understand that when they're in a traumatic situation, not everyone does not deal with trauma the same way.
Yeah, no one processes it the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. People don't process it the same. People don't react the same. Sometimes people shut down and don't even talk about it the rest of their life. Some people can just like put it away and move on with life. Some people, they can't. Some people will want to tell it as soon as it happens, and like Mystic says, sometimes they'll wait 5 years.
Yeah.
You know,
I for one like bottling things up, so I know exactly how that feels.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, not everybody does it the same. And this whole mindset of, well, why don't you say it as soon as it happened? People don't do that.
Yeah.
Nope.
People don't do that. You know, get off your fucking high horse. You've obviously never been in a situation like that. So how do you know what you would do? Not
only that, but to the people who are like, well, why'd you go to social media first instead of going to the cops? If it's been so long,
that gives me the shits when people say that was, why wouldn't you go to the cops? Why didn't you do something about it then? It's like, are you kidding me?
If you didn't immediately get a fucking rape test, you have nothing.
Yeah.
Basically, you have nothing. You have no proof, no shit. You have literally just your words. And what can the cops? Can the cops arrest someone just from an accusation? I guess in some states, if the cops are just that much of a, force, but like in reality, in most states, in most countries, people are gonna be like, oh, so you're accusing him without any proof? Did you do a rape kit? No. Okay, get out of my office.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of men and women, they don't trust going to the police. They don't. Exactly. I mean, because you got to think, for that reason, and for there's a lot of shame with that. And you're going to go and tell these complete strangers that someone did that to you.
They're one of the first people that's going to hit you with the what were you doing isms.
Yes.
What did you do isms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of components on why people don't go to the police with it. Should they go to the police with it? Oh no, absolutely, 100%. I do agree they should, but you also got to think why people don't either. And
especially if it's been that long.
Yeah.
Like, the best you could do, if you're not going to get legal justice, it's like, get the social.
Yeah, it's I don't know, people's reactions kind of sometimes, well, no, I wouldn't say that. I mean, because the action is actually the worst thing. But it's like, I feel for them when they do come out and the reaction that they get and how cruel people can be. Like, people like the keyboard warriors, I get the fuck out of here with your shit, because I guarantee you wouldn't say that to somebody's face. You wouldn't be that heartless and that cold in someone's face, but because you get to type it with your little Twitter fingers or your little keyboard fingers, then you're gonna have the guts to say that to someone. Fuck out of here. I hate that. I hate it. It drives me insane.
It's the double-ended sword of like the what is it? The internet anonymity fallacy, where it's like everyone on the internet's anonymous until, you know, they figure it out.
Yeah.
And then they get shit for it. And did y'all see that Australia is now trying to do a thing where, like, you have to submit, like, a proof of ID before making any sort of, like, social media accounts or something?
What? I haven't even heard of that.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
You didn't know about that?
No,
The
tells me how much I watch the
Australian.
news. The Australian doesn't know what's going on. What's new?
Okay, hold on. I'm looking it up now. You go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to look it up.
So
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, let me educate the Australian on what's going on in their own country. But yeah, no, like I saw a news clip on Twitter where it was basically like they were saying how they want to pass a bill where you have to submit proof of identification in order to make any sort of social media accounts, so you can't make anonymous posts or things like that to, like, you know, stop internet harassment or shit like around those lines.
Right.
So, which is like,
Okay.
on one hand, cool. On the other hand, no. Please.
Okay.
I don't want everybody
Hellscape?
knowing who I am on the internet. Fuck
Exactly.
that. But like, I think that does that like all social media? I don't understand how they're going to enforce that. Like, how is that even going
Yeah.
to be a thing they're going to do? Like,
No idea.
I think like Facebook, and like, you know, Instagram, like those meta companies, I think are going to do that, or how, like, I think it's that, because there's been a lot of threats to like politicians and stuff like that as well through that, and I think they're trying to cut down on that. Who knows, to be honest.
That would
It'd be
make
interesting to
sense.
find out. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
was
everyone on
it was
Twitter
a
doing,
tweet.
like,
It says a plan to crack down on social media abuse is being considered by the government. But I have it here. Snopes says that, okay, so the question is, the Australian government introduced a social credit system that requires people to access the internet via digital ID. And they're saying it's false. And it says in mid-December 2022, assertions that the Australian government had planned to introduce a social credit system requiring people to access the internet via your digital ID went viral. These claims mixed purpose but never enacted legislation in Australia, with language long associated with digital ID conspiracy theories.
right, so it's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
almost.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty much. Because I
So it's like, no
remember
wonder
seeing
I
the
hadn't
same
heard of
thing.
this.
Yeah, because I saw the same exact Twitter thing that she saw, and I'm like, are they really going to do that? But then I didn't hear any Australians talk about it. I was like, well, maybe they just didn't do it.
1984 for real. Like, we're not the new China. We're not.
I
doing
know
that.
that's right. I was like, yeah, but I remember seeing that tweet, Mystic. I remember
Yeah.
seeing that tweet. I was like, I gotta look this up because I remember seeing that shit, and I'm gonna find it. But yeah.
There has been like new updates in the legislature about bullying online, and they've like figured out a way to track people that way.
I think that's what it is. I think what the whole thing is, they're trying to cut out as much as possible the bullying online.
Yeah.
And then it just flew in from there, flew from there. Because I remember, and there's a bunch of articles on it too. So yeah, like me and Mystic were not crazy in what we saw. Because we know what we saw, damn it.
Like, I'm
saw
not
what
trying
I
to gaslight anybody, I promise.
So the good news
I'm not
is,
crazy.
so the good news is, there is no social credit system
Yeah.
for y'all, okay? Just to let you know. We're letting you know what's going on in Australia, ma'am, okay? Just letting you
Oh
know.
my god. Why does it sound like, what's that Mockingjay series?
Oh, oh my god. Oh my
Hunger
god.
Games.
Yeah, the Hunger Games.
Hunger
Yeah.
Games. Why does it sound like Hunger Games?
Girl,
That's just like,
it's going to eventually become the Hunger Games. Twitter is the Hunger Games. What are you talking about?
well, true.
Yeah.
I like, if you had, like, you know how Elon's like putting up all of those, like, will I step down from Twitter, and then he'd like make a poll and that sort of stuff. Do you reckon it's because it's trying to like fish bots? Like,
I don't
trying
know.
to, or is actually like considering it? Because it'd be pretty funny if you turned around and go, "This is all just deployed to get bots."
I think it's because the investors want him to step down, and he wants to make it look like it's the people's choice.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's what I heard that off of Philly D, and I'm like, I agree wholeheartedly.
Fair enough.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what Elon Musk is doing. And
I don't think he does either.
I don't think he does either. And I don't.
Yeah.
And Quartering, if you're listening to this, which I doubt you will, but sir, stop begging on Twitter. Okay, you looked ridiculous.
The dude's shooting his shot. Alright.
The Quartering was definitely shooting his shot. That's for sure. That was the most pitiful shit I've ever seen in my life. I was like, no, Jeremy,
It's even
no.
funnier that people are like dragging up him pissing in his basement because his wife didn't take him out for pizza. Like,
Oh my
it's just the most funniest shit. Like, that's like the base level stuff people are like spreading now. Like,
Did you see
actual
Tommy go
stuff.
over his video?
no, I
no, I
want
didn't.
to
He
though.
He made a
I
video.
can't
You
wait.
gotta watch that episode. Tommy was funny
I
as
saw
hell.
the clip. I saw the clip of him laughing.
It was
but,
so funny. It was like, oh my, and he's like complaining like he's messing up his algorithm because you're only allowed 3 alerts on YouTube in 24 hours, right?
Oh,
And-
really?
Yes.
Okay.
So the Quartering messed up his alert, like his like announcement system, let your subscribers know when a video comes out. He messed it
Yeah.
up by doing that extra video bitching about Elon Musk and getting everybody to go over there and vote on that poll because he lets out so many videos in a day. He's messing up because you got to remember it's only 3 and 24 hours. So he was bitching
Yeah.
about that in the video. He was talking about how he's old and only going to be on the planet for so long now. Dude, you're 40.
Oh, he's
I'm
no
pretty-
longer for this planet.
Yes.
That was the line. That's the line. I am no longer for this planet. Who
Oh my
says
God.
that? Who says...
Like, dude, you're only 40. Listen, 40 is not old anymore, okay? No
Holy
matter what
shit.
the kids say, okay? Believe me, no matter what the kids say, 40 is not old anymore, all right?
He's 1 foot in the grave. What are you talking about?
well, no, this Friday I'm turning 47, so I guess I'm up to my knee on that 1 foot.
Oh,
Just saying.
happy
Right.
birthday.
Oh.
Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
47. I'm
Yeah.
older than Tommy C, dude.
Bro.
Bro.
But you still got fresher takes, let's say. I'm gonna just say that.
You're a lot cuter too.
Oh, I don't know. Tommy's kind of cute. I think
He
Tommy's
has
kind of
long
cute.
lashes. I noticed that
does.
he has long lashes. Yeah.
He does have. I love his lashes, and he's an asshole for that. I hate him.
Yes. Yeah. How dare you?
It's
Women
funny.
actually get implants on their eyelashes to get luscious lashes like that.
Exactly.
I envy men with fucking long ass lashes, but you know what? I was told that it's actually like a sign of high testosterone.
Oh,
Long
really?
eyelashes? Yeah, and I'm like, that makes no sense to me, but okay.
Well, then Tommy
Yeah.
must be full of testosterone because he's got them luscious lashes. He really does.
Watch that get clipped on the stream after
Yeah.
this
Oh
episode.
God.
Watch that.
Oh, God.
Watch him only
Somebody-
listen to us stroking his ego. I was gonna say that his new haircut did make him look younger.
Yeah.
His
But
new
I-
haircut, and I don't know what it is, but I love it when Tommy wears his glasses. I do. I love it when Tommy wears his glasses. I think he is such a little cutie pie when he wears his glasses.
Did y'all ever get to see pictures of young Tommy and young Dave?
I saw
Yes.
young Tommy. Not young Dave though.
Young Dave doesn't even look like current Dave. Young Dave looks like he could be a Ford model.
Yeah.
I swear
What?
to God,
Yeah.
I'm not
Really?
tripping.
Yeah.
I saw the picture. He sent it to me while I was on stream to react, and my first like words was, "Holy shit, what the fuck? That's you?"
Okay, I need to see this.
I'm
now.
telling you now, they were both hotties. I think they were both hotties.
Yeah, I've
Mm-hmm.
seen Tommy in his uniforms and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
He was a nice looking young guy.
Mm-hmm. They were
Strapping
hotties.
young lads.
They were hotties.
Yeah.
And I bet you they knew it too. I bet you they knew it. Little mean asses.
Facts. Also, breaking news. If we want to include this in a final segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
EDP is now saying that he's dying.
What?
Yes, I actually just saw that as well. Holy
Okay, let me in.
shit.
Okay, so let me in on it. I don't know anything about this, so
Go
go.
ahead, Misty.
He was doing apparently an Instagram live stream, being all boo hoo woe is me, and he was saying, I think he said he had kidney failure.
Stage 5. Stage 5 kidney failure is what he said. I was actually looking up stage 5 kidney failure and what's kind of next with that. And I was like, okay, so you have to get either on dialysis or an implant. That's the stage that you're at with stage 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a point where you live like only a couple of weeks after you get that diagnosis. So I don't think that's correct.
Oh
But,
my
you know,
God.
I don't think anyone's really pouring out the sympathy for this guy over this one. So good luck to him, whatever he's doing. But fuck that.
Yeah, like, it seemed as if in, like, the chat here that it's like he has some supporters still left.
How?
Shockingly.
How?
But I would say the majority of the world will not miss him.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is this: is bad things happen to bad people.
Bags?
Bad things happen to bad people. So if it's true, okay. You
Kinda
know?
gonna get you, bitch. Yeah.
I mean, bad things happen to bad people. I'm sorry.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, but I didn't know about that because I wonder if he's diabetic because diabetes messes with your kidneys a lot.
Yeah, too many cupcakes.
Too many
my
cupcakes.
guy.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Should have slowed it down.
All that frosting. Not good.
Fist bump?
Oh my God. Okay, so thank you for watching the broadcast. We appreciate it. And ladies, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, motherfuckers. You better subscribe.
Yes,
Yes.
please like and subscribe, you assholes.
Like, subscribe, comment down below, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.